Good morning everyone. So here yesterday I discussed about d block elements. What are d block elements? The elements in which differentiating electron enters into d orbital, n-1 d orbital are called d block elements. There are 10 groups present in d block because the maximum number of electrons filled in d orbital is equal to 10. Already yesterday I explained about this 3b, 4b, 5b, 6b, 7b, 8 and 1b and 2b from 3 to 12. So total 10 groups. See here, the d block elements contains 4th period contains 3d series, 5th period contains 4d series, 6th period contains 5d series, 7th period contains 6d series. If you observe the elements in the d block, see first element is scandium. In total d block elements, the first element is scandium. See scandium atomic number 21. So scandium to zinc is 30. So total elements present in 3d series is 10 elements. Scandium to zinc. Scandium generally in 3d series contains scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. See total 10 elements present here, and after that scandium here yttrium present, yttrium, and the total number of electrons present in 4th period is 18. So add 21 plus 18, so then atomic number is here. If you add 18, it is 39. Yttrium is 39, and now yttrium to zinc here cadmium. So here also 10 elements present. 30 plus 18 is 48 cadmium. After that here lanthanum present. Add 18, it is known as 57 because 5th period also contains 18 elements. 5th period also contains 18 elements. So here lanthanum to mercury. Lanthanum to mercury, because here the total number of elements present in 6th period is 32. Then add here 32. Then add here 32 and 80. Mercury atomic number 80. Understood? After lanthanum, the next element is actinium, Ac. So here 6th period contains 32 elements, then add 32, it is 89, and it is incomplete period. So here the d block elements contains 3d series elements, 4d series elements, 5d series elements and 6d series elements. The 3d series starts with scandium, ends with zinc. The 4d series starts with yttrium, ends with cadmium. The 5d series starts with lanthanum, ends with mercury, and 6d series starts with actinium and it is incomplete. Understood? Now if you observe the electronic configuration of elements, see, if you observe general electronic configuration elements, generally these elements are having outer shell is, for example, if we take scandium 4s2 3d1, okay, and in the case of scandium, see scandium atomic number 21, it is argon, 18 electrons over 21. Scandium, like titanium 22, 4s2 3d2, vanadium 23, 4s2 3d3, chromium due to stability exhibits 4s1 3d5 configuration, chromium. Iron, see manganese, chromium, manganese is 25, atomic number 25, so it is 4s2 3d5 manganese. Iron 4s2 3d6, cobalt 4s2 3d7, and nickel 4s2 3d8, and copper Cu, it is atomic number 29, but it is exhibits anomalous configuration 4s1 3d10, and zinc 4s2 3d10. See, if observe all elements S2 S1 present, S2 S1. See, S2 S1 means that is known as valence shell. The S2 S1 is known as valence shell. See, S2 NS2, that is NS2, S2, and here 4s1 also there. Then you can write here it is NS122, inside N minus 1D. See, 1 to 10. So this is the general electronic configuration of D block elements. It is a general electronic configuration. General electronic configuration of, this is very important. What is the general electronic configuration of D block elements? N minus 1D 1 to 10, NS 1 to 2. So all elements are obeys this general electronic configuration. Hence, the differentiating electron must be enters into N minus 1D orbital. The elements in which differentiating electron enters into N minus 1D orbital are called D block elements. Generally, D block elements are exhibits typical characteristic properties. The D block elements are exhibits typical characteristic properties. They are hard metals. Generally, they are hard metals. If you take iron, iron is hard metal. Gold also hard metal. And silver also present in D block, it is hard. See, the D block elements are hard metals. And good electrical conductors, because good electrical conductor means copper wire is good electrical conductor, everyone knows. It is present in metallic state and it is acts as good electrical conductor. So D block elements are acts as good electrical conductors, and D block elements are used the vessels for cooking. So hence these are good heat conductors. So D block elements are hard metals. The D block elements are good electrical conductors. The D block elements are good heat conductors. The D block elements, their metal ions are gives colors. Metal ions gives colors. The D block metal ions gives colors. Means if you take copper sulfate is blue color. Copper sulfate is blue color. See, observe copper sulfate. Copper is D block element. It is copper sulfate CuSO4 hydrated dot 5H2O is blue color salt. See, it is copper sulfate CuSO4 dot 5H2O is blue color salt. See, if you take manganese chloride MnCl2 is pink color salt. Pink color salt. If you take ferrous sulfate, it is light green color salt. Light green color salt. See, D block elements are exhibits colors. The D block metal ions exhibits colors, and D block metal ions forms alloys. Alloys means mixed metals. A metal mixed with another metal, or a metal mixed with non-metal, a metal mixed with metalloid are called alloys. So, for example, the D block elements are forms alloys. See, the D block elements forms alloys. Alloys means, what are alloys? Alloys mixed metals. We know brass. Brass means it is a mixture of copper plus zinc. So, two metals present here. One is copper, another one is zinc. Hence, it is called alloy. or if you take bell metal is alloy, that is copper plus tin. Bell metal, copper plus tin, we know the bell metal gives more noise, so that is, if you take copper it is less noise. Only copper, it makes very less noise by hitting, but if you add tin then it is gives more noise. So this is the bell metal is the alloy, it is the mixture of copper and tin. Bell metal is the alloy, it is the mixture of copper and tin. If we take nichrome, nickel, iron, chromium and small amount of manganese. Nichrome, so it is also known as alloy, it is also used in the making of stainless steel, for stainless steel. So all D block elements are used to prepare alloys. And another important point are D block elements are acts as catalyst. What are catalysts? Catalyst means they increase rate of reaction. They increase the reaction rate, means they speed up the reaction. For example, without catalyst the reaction completed in 1 hour. In the presence of catalyst the reaction completed in 10 minutes. So the rate of reaction is very high in the case of catalyst. What are catalysts? Catalyst means the chemical substance which increases rate of reaction without itself being consumed in the reaction, that is called catalyst. Many D block elements are acts as catalysts. Why? Because they have more surface area and they have more number of unpaired electrons. Understood? They have more number of unpaired. For example, in the preparation of ammonia, N2 plus 3H2, 2NH3, it is preparation of ammonia. Catalyst used, that is iron. So iron is D block element. Iron increases rate of reaction of that reaction. So D block elements acts as catalysts. In the hydrogenation of oils, say for example take CH2 double bond CH2. When it is hydrogenation, then it gives CH3. Here nickel used. See the hydrogenation, that is called hydrogenation of unsaturated compounds. The hydrogenation of unsaturated compound, nickel used as a catalyst. So all D block elements are acts as catalysts. That is another character. And another point is they are another point is the D block metal ions are exhibits more than one oxidation number. For example, if you take sodium, only it exhibits +1 oxidation number. If you take sodium, it is always exhibits, it is not D block, S block, it is always exhibits +1 only. If you take potassium, it is always exhibits +1 only. If you take calcium, it is always exhibits +2 only. If you take magnesium, it is always exhibits +2 only. These are elements exhibits only one oxidation number. But D block elements, if you take iron, Fu+2, Fe+3. If you take copper, Cu+Cu+2. See, one element exhibits more than one oxidation number, it is possible in D block mainly. So D block elements exhibits many oxidation numbers, that is also typical character. It is because of unpaired D electrons. And also the D block elements are forms complex compounds. The D block elements also forms complex compounds. In the case of complex compounds, for example, best example for complex compound, our blood is complex compound. In that, so generally our blood contains, why blood present in red color? What is the reason? Here the red pigment present in blood is is known as hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is the main reason for the color of blood. In that hemoglobin, what is the central metal present? The iron acts as a central metal. So here iron is D block element, Fe is D block element. It is forms complex of hemoglobin. Hence D block element forms complex compounds. The D block elements forms complex compounds. And if you take vitamin B12, vitamin B12 also complex compound. In vitamin B12, what is the metal present in vitamin B12? Cobalt metal is acts as central metal. It is also complex compound. So D block elements forms D block metal ions and D block elements forms complex compounds. It is about D block completed. Okay. So I will give the quick revision about D block elements. The D block elements are the differentiating electron enters into d orbital are called D block. The elements in which differentiating electron enters into d orbital are called D block elements. And the d orbital contains 10 groups, 10 maximum number of electrons present in d orbital 10. They have 10 groups. So and there are 4 types of series: 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D series. What is the general electronic configuration of D block elements? N-1D 1 to 10, Ns 1 to 2. Generally D block elements are hard metals. D block elements are good electrical conductors. D block elements are good heat conductors. D block elements are good electrical conductors. D block elements are good heat conductors. D block elements are hard metals. And they are the D block elements forms alloys. D block elements acts as catalyst. See, catalyst. D block elements exhibits more than one oxidation number. D block elements forms complex compounds. So, and D block metal ions are exhibits colors, and D block metal ions are exhibits magnetic characters. So many typical characteristics exhibited by D block elements. It is because of more number of unpaired d electrons present in d orbital. So today's class completed. Tomorrow I will explain about remaining block, that is known as F block. Already I explained S block elements is over, P block elements is over, D block elements is over. And tomorrow class I will explain about F block elements. Okay. Good day everyone.